Common sense is a set of basic principles or beliefs that are shared by most people in a given society. It helps us make decisions, solve problems, and understand the world around us. It is not based on any scientific knowledge or research, but rather on our own experiences and observations. Common sense can be seen as a form of collective wisdom that has been passed down through generations and helps guide our behavior in everyday life. It can also be seen as an instinctive understanding of how the world works, which helps us to make decisions quickly and effectively without needing to think too deeply about them. Common sense is an important part of our lives, as it affects how we interact with others and how we approach different situations. Sign 1. They act without thinking. Acting without thinking is one of the most common signs that someone is not taking the time to think before they act. When a person does not take the time to consider their actions and the consequences of those actions, they can make decisions that are not in their best interest. This type of behavior can be detrimental to both personal and professional relationships, as it often leads to impulsive decisions that can have long-term consequences. I-writers have been developed to help people think before they act, by providing them with options and insights based on data and analysis. By using I-writers, people can make informed decisions that are in line with their goals and objectives. Sign 2. They don't understand social norms. Social norms are the unspoken rules and expectations that we have for how people should act in different situations. Knowing and understanding these norms is essential to having successful interpersonal relationships, both in our personal and professional lives. Unfortunately, not everyone has a good grasp on social norms, which can lead to awkward or even damaging interactions with others. If you notice that someone consistently fails to understand or adhere to social norms, it may be a sign that they lack the necessary skills for effective communication. Sign 3. They don't seem to learn from mistakes. Mistakes are an inevitable part of learning, but if someone doesn't seem to be learning from their mistakes, it could be a sign that they are not the right fit for the job. If you're noticing that someone isn't taking feedback on board or making the same mistakes over and over again, it might be time to look for a new employee. It's important to give people the opportunity to learn from their mistakes and grow in their role. If someone is unable or unwilling to do this, then it might be time to move on and find someone who can better meet your needs. By recognizing signs like this early on, you can save yourself time and resources in the long run. Sign 4. They can't take constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is an important part of any successful team. It allows everyone to learn and grow together, and can even help identify areas that need improvement. Unfortunately, not everyone can take constructive criticism in stride. If you notice that a team member is unable to take feedback without becoming defensive or argumentative, it might be a sign that they are not suited for the job. This can be especially problematic if they are in a leadership role, as their inability to accept criticism could lead to poor decisions and an overall lack of progress. By paying attention to how people respond to feedback, you can ensure that your team has the right people in the right roles. Sign 5. They make poor decisions based on emotion rather than logic. Poor decision-making is a common problem that many people struggle with. When it comes to making decisions, it is important to use logic rather than emotion. Unfortunately, some people make poor decisions based on their emotions rather than logic. This can lead to bad outcomes and negative consequences in the long run. In this video, we will discuss the signs that indicate someone is making poor decisions based on emotion rather than logic. We will also look at ways to help them make better decisions in the future.